Hello.
Hi, everybody.
Hello, hello.
Hello. How's everybody doing today? I see we've got, well, I don't know. Dawn was here an hour early, but she said she would come back. So I'm not sure if Dawn is still here. But look, Yarn Geek's here, that Ginger.
Ginger, the yarn geek.
I'm in the front row.
And Ed's here and Cheryl. Is it Cheryl or Cheryl?
Oh, that is a different spelling, isn't it?
Yeah, I like it.
I do too.
And then Kathy and Alice and Lefty Crochets, Barbara Riggle. Hi, everybody. Lori, hello.
Hi, guys. I like it when people spell their name in a unique way.
I agree. I was going to say that like 5 times. I don't know why.
I have a friend named Emily, and her name is Emmalee. Emily. And I was like, oh, I really like that.
Yes, I like, and she could pick so many nicknames from that. She could just be Lee, Emmy,
or Emma,
or Emily.
And actually, we always call her Emmy.
Emmy, okay.
But yeah, I really liked it. I thought that was really kind of fun and creative how her parents did that.
That is cool. And Dawn is in the house. Well,
hey, Dawn. Dawn's in the house.
Hi,
Dawn's in the house.
You guys, I sent a message to the girls here, but so I had to go and run some errands. As I was walking out of my house, I fell flat on my face.
Poor Mel, she fell down.
Not on my face, but yeah, I fell down, and I fell on my knees and my hands. So actually, right here, Julie, I said right here is feeling fine now because I thought it was good. I lost my crochet wrist for a little while, but right here hurts now. I'm like, geez, okay, well, I can take the pinch right here, but right here, I need working.
You need that. You need that.
I need that working. But
I've done that. It's not fun.
No, I've done that before too.
And then I had Chinese food for lunch. So you guys, I'm about ready to go into Chinese coma. I should not have done that.
We have spent the last 45 minutes trying to keep Mel awake.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we've got some names. We've got some names in the chat that I'm not familiar with, guys.
Tivia, Jamie, hello everybody.
Shatika Woods is here. Blessings back, Shatika.
Yeah, no one ever gets it right. So she says, wait, I'm looking back. But how do you pronounce it? Cheryl or Cheryl? How do you pronounce it? Please. I would like to pronounce it right at least once because I may forget and not ever do it again.
Linus Design Rita says, good evening. So nice that you girls are keeping me company in my sleepless night. She slept most of the day because she had a migraine. But she's in Sweden, guys. She said there's no snow in Sweden.
Wow. So
it's you guys have crazy weather there too, huh?
Yeah. It's crazy here. Crazy. And Ed can attest to this. Ed is also in the chat because he lives a couple hours away from me. It was 65 degrees here on Thursday. Today we're back in the 30s where we kind of should be.
Right.
Should be even a little colder because we got rain all day, no snow. So
yeah.
I know.
And 60 some odd degree weather. So I had an ugly Christmas sweater I was going to wear, but there's no way in heck I am putting that on right now. You guys are getting my festive lights, which I'm actually wearing upside down so you can see more of them. If I wear them the right way, you guys don't see much of them, right? So if I wear them this way.
Oh, right. Yeah.
That's all you see. So I'm like, I want y'all to see more lights. So
yeah, what's that with?
Just wrap them around your bun.
Ooh,
I already gave away all my Santa hats, or else I'd be wearing one. Oh, cool. I like that.
There you go. You look kind of like the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah.
So
now I got my
I've got my Santas on. I think I wore these last year.
Here.
Santas. All right, that'll work.
But I have a couple of Santa
wait.
hats too that I wear on Christmas Day.
Here, I'll do this.
There you go, Ginge. There you go. That's perfect. Just hold it there. You just have a couple hours to go.
Here, I'll just do this.
Jamie says she's looking at the lights.
Oh, and Cheryl's name is pronounced Cheryl.
Cheryl. Okay.
Cheryl.
Actually, it's Charel.
Oh, Charel.
At least that's the way I'm reading it. It's SHAR space and then EL.
Yeah, Charel. I like that. That's pretty.
Beautiful.
So Alice is in an Indian food coma. So she's feeling you, Mel.
Yeah, so you're coma with me. Woohoo! Yay!
Wait a minute. Don't go any food while Ginger's here? What?
Ginger, please have mercy on me.
Was I talking about food?
Oh no, normally you end up start whenever you start talking about food or she's trying to make something, you start talking about something gross.
Oh. Speaking of
no grossness.
Okay.
And you guys are great company when for the most part it has been a poopy kind of week. Oh, sorry, Alice.
I can understand that, Alice. Poopy weeks happen. I've had a busy week, but mine hasn't been terribly poopy, but it has been busy. Ed Carr says, Ginger, I finally got a chance to use that gift card.
Woo-hoo! What'd you get?
Yeah. So is that the Furls gift card that you did as a giveaway?
I have a feeling that our yarn fairy is getting a little present, maybe.
Ooh.
How is the yarn fairy doing, Ed? We're thinking about her all the time.
She's still in the ICU. I talked to her this morning.
Oh dear.
Yeah, but she agrees. We are all have the same sentiment that, you know what, stay as long as you need to in the ICU. And she's probably going to still be in the hospital over Christmas, but she may be out of the ICU. But you know what? That'll suck. But I'd rather you be in there this Christmas so that you can be with us next Christmas.
Yes, yes. Exactly. And you can always do Christmas at another time. When my son
have to be December 25th.
Yeah, when my son Peter was a baby, it was his second Christmas, so he was like a year and a half old, and we were so excited because he's finally going to like participate. Yeah. The first Christmas they don't really participate.
No,
and he got terribly sick with the flu. Aww. So he spent the entire day of Christmas laying under our piano sleeping.
Oh,
kid just laid on the floor sucking his thumb. And so we did Christmas on New Year's Day, needed that week. So we just pretended New Year's Day was Christmas. So
Ed got, just to tell you real quick, he said, I got a couple of teak hooks. Teak hooks. She is doing better.
Oh, good. Good. Ella J says, better late than never. You're not late, Ella J.
I saw where you put a note on my live from this morning that you missed it again. You know what? I'm always glad that you come and look out for it, LJ. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
These poor girls, I never make it to hardly any of their lives.
Vice versa. And I was telling them this morning about your live, your Chiclets.
Oh, the Chiclet Club. Yeah.
Yeah. And I said, I was wondering why, because I keep trying to get there. And I was wondering why it was so hard for me to get there. And I realized that it's right when I get off work. And one of two things happens. I either work over or we run out and get something to eat.
Sure.
Or I need to go put gas in the car or,
Yeah, I understand. So, I do. I get it.
I'm sorry.
No worries.
John was saying about the gross thing. It says, I love you, Ginger. It was a joke. You bring light to all of our days. And you do, Ginge. Julie and Mel make us happy too. 3 sunshines of light.
Oh, that's sweet.
I'm blushing. I think I'm blushing. If not, I'll pinch my cheeks a little.
Oh, Sharon Thomas says, hello, ladies. First time here for the live. Usually miss it. Working on a scarf this afternoon. Well, welcome, Sharon. I'm glad you made it. We're happy you came.
Yes.
Lisa wants to know what Ginger's got on her hook.
I'm making another stocking.
Of course she's making something.
I've made so many stockings. My room is a complete mess right now. It's a complete mess.
She says with pride. It's a
And
complete
she's so
mess.
jolly about it. She's so jolly. So just a mess.
My husband said this morning, I've noticed in your lives that Ginger never is not working on something. She's always got something in her hand. And he says, how come you're not? And I'm like, I can't think of those. I can't think that way. I can't think two things at once.
I can't not be crocheting.
That's what he said. He goes, I think she can't do it. I don't think she could just sit still and
No,
look at the screen. She's got to be working on something.
that's exactly right.
Well, at least you're always productive. Ed did say that that Yarn Fairy may be able to make it back home by Christmas.
Fingers crossed for you guys.
And somebody says here, Kivia says, you are never late, Lisa. I couldn't agree more. So I am of the mindset that you were always here just at the right time, at the time that you were meant to be here. So you are never late. And I'm sorry.
Alice says, I can attest to the piano being a great nap place. My students do it all the time. That's funny.
Must be the place.
Yeah, my husband is a pianist, and we have an upright, but it was the perfect place for a little toddler just to curl up under there and watch the world go by without fear of getting stepped on, probably.
Yeah.
That was so sad. He looked so pathetic, but,
Lefty Crochets mentions first responders, among others, work on Christmas Day. So a mom came up with a letter from Santa that changes when he will be delivering Christmas gifts. So Christmas Day is changed for them.
Oh, that's nice.
I love that so much.
That's nice. I like that too.
So much.
When Hunter was in the hospital over Christmas, we all just packed ourselves into his hospital room on Christmas Day. And he had a little Christmas tree, and Santa he got it good that Christmas because
I know what you mean. I was in the hospital on Christmas Eve when I was 10.
Mm-hmm.
I came home Christmas Eve. I'd been there, I think, 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to come home on Christmas Eve. But while I was there, Santa came to see me, and he brought me a Rubik's Cube, which was so exciting. I wanted a Rubik's Cube
because that was the new
this
toy
was the
at the
80s.
time.
Yes. Yeah. This was 1981, I think. So
that was brand new then.
So
I was pretty excited.
I have a question about the Rubik's Cube.
Did I ever solve it? No.
Okay, but were you one of the people that took the stickers off?
I did not. I did not take the stickers off, but I did learn how to pop it apart and put it back together.
Yeah, and then put it back. Yeah.
But I only did it because I had screwed the thing up so badly. I just wanted it to be pretty again. I never told anybody that I solved it or anything like that. But I wanted it to because I knew how to make it. Well, it kind of looked like a granny square, like where you change it so the center is a different color. Do you remember doing that?
Yeah.
I remembered I could figure that out. So I wanted it back to normal so it could be pretty and I could make it look like a granny square. But I didn't know it looked like a granny square. I just knew I liked how it looked.
You liked it.
Yeah, the pattern. Exactly.
Guess how long it takes Anthony to solve a Rubik's Cube?
Oh, 2 minutes probably.
2 minutes.
Wow.
2 minutes. He can solve
it. Doesn't matter how messed up it is.
Nope.
Yeah, I know that there's like a formula to work it out. I don't know what the formula is. I know you can find out on YouTube, but I don't care. I just let those magicians do their work.
I know.
That's awesome that he can do that.
I know. I
agree.
I'm just in awe.
Did you take the stickers off, Mel?
I'm not going to say. I plead the fifth. Yes, I took those dang stickers off. I took the stickers off when I figured out how to pop the squares off. I did it, and I cheated, and I said, "Hey, I did this." Oh, I did this.
I do remember my cousin being visiting at my grandmother's that Christmas, and he got frustrated with the Rubik's Cube and tossed it and hit me in the head. He didn't do it on purpose. He did like one of these toss it over his shoulder things, and I was behind him, and he didn't know, and I got whacked on the head with my own Rubik's Cube.
Oh, okay, so that reminded me of a story from when I was a kid and I was visiting my cousin. He was actually living with my grandmother at the time, my father's mother. And I went over there to visit. And the reason why this all made me think of it, the BB gun that they get in A Christmas Story.
The Red Ryder.
Yeah, no, he shot me with BB guns. It's like I had so many bruises on my thighs. So I had kids like,
yeah.
I was like,
brothers do it too. Brothers do it too, Mel. And all you can do is just hope to be wearing a thick,
thick,
jacket.
But I think it was in the summertime or something because I was wearing shorts.
Yeah.
And,
oh man.
Yeah.
During that same time, my father was in an ultra religious phase, and he was burning Kiss albums, in the backyard. So it was an interesting little visit I had at the house.
Yeah, right. You got record burnings and getting shot with BB guns going on.
Exactly.
Yeah, your childhood sounds a lot like mine, Mel. I had the northern version of your childhood. Oh my word.
Quite fun. And anyway, not funny, but funny. Now that I look back, I can look back with laughter now.
Rita says, we normally do Christmas when I go to Norway. Next time, rise of numbers made it difficult, and my health has been so down this week. So we decided that if Dad is still doing good, we'll do it then.
Ooh, Norway. I want to go to Norway.
Yeah, right? All right. I'm just reading through the chat here. We got telling our childhood stories, as we do, guys. So just a warning.
As we do.
As we do.
Christmas, with my mom and my sister and everybody on the 23rd, which is actually my sister's 49th birthday. This is going to be her last year in her 40s.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah, so it's going to be her 49th birthday, and so I'm taking a half day at work, and then I'm going there. We're having Christmas dinner there, and then Christmas Day I'm going to be driving to I say North Augusta. It's actually a little bit north of that, a little town near there, in South Carolina, and it's only a few hours away. And spending time with Jeremy, my late husband's, his family, so that we can Ro can enjoy the family, and I enjoy them too. Don't get me wrong, we're married,
and they can enjoy you guys.
Yeah. So we're married for 13 years, so they're my family too.
Of course, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
So. But so that's what are you guys doing? What are your plans for the holidays as we propel quickly that way?
Yeah, we always go to Todd's sister's on Christmas Eve, and his brother comes from Connecticut. Now, of course, last year nobody got to do anything.
Yeah.
So this year we're all vaxxed and boosted and everything. So hopefully everything will be okay. And then usually sometime during Christmas week, my dad and we call them the crew. My dad and the crew, I'll come because I have younger siblings. And now some of them are married with kids. So anyway, we usually have them come. And so we've planned that for New Year's Day. As long as they'll come to my house. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. And this year we have the ping pong table. So might be some ping pong going on, and we've got the projector, so maybe we'll put a movie on the wall for the old ones. The old people can watch a movie while the rest go play ping pong. I don't know. We'll see. It's always loud and it's always fun.
Yeah.
So we're tentatively planning on New Year's Day, but a little worried about COVID. The numbers are hitting record highs here, and I don't want my dad to get sick. He's had it before, and I just worry about that. So.
I don't
we're all vaxxed and stuff, but
well, see, that's what I'm worried about. We were planning on going to my grandma and grandpa's on the 27th, but my grandma's 90 and my grandpa's 95. I
just love how you say grandma and grandpa. I don't know what it is about how you say it, but I love it. Okay, keep going. So they're in their 90s.
My grandpa. They and so they, they're elderly, and but I don't know how much, longer they're gonna be all up and around and ready for
Sure.
visitors, but I don't
Yeah.
want to, take a chance. But so we're just going to play it by ear and see what happens.
Yeah.
It reminds, I don't know why, but I woke up the other day just thinking about how when I went to my grandma and grandpa's house, I would always sleep in between them, till I was like 9 or 10, right?
You
But
still sleep in between them?
no, I don't until I was 9 or 10. But I was thinking maybe some morning I'll just go in there and crawl in bed with them.
Boy, that would surprise them.
and ask them if we can watch Mr. Magoo.
Oh, that's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I have the soundtrack. We listen to it in the car.
Oh my gosh, that is one of your favorites.
I do. I love that one.
Granny D, they are still at home, and they're in the home that they've lived in for the last 50 years. And my dad and my aunts and uncles kind of take turns taking care of them. My Aunt Debbie lives there full time. She's a teacher, and so she's always there. And then my other aunt and uncle and my dad take turns.
Yeah.
So someone's always there with them. And so
Yeah.
I've kind of been thinking about going down there and helping my dad whenever it's his turn.
Yeah.
Just
That's a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah, because I want to spend time with them.
Yeah. Yeah. My son is home during the day because he works in the evenings.
Mhm.
And he got a call from his grandma they live right down the road from us the other day, and she said, I have an appointment. Your uncle's going to take me to my appointment. Can you come and sit with Grandpa? And she'd never done that before. She'd never asked anybody to sit with Grandpa. My son was like, okay. And I just thought it was funny because they used to babysit him.
Yeah.
And now, he's kind of babysitting them.
Yeah.
But my mother-in-law got home and she looked at Peter and she says, well, was he a good boy? He says, yeah, he behaved himself okay, Grandma. It was okay. So
That's
it's kind of
sweet.
funny how the roles reversed.
Yeah.
So we were talking about Rubik's Cubes, and a lot of people in the chat were talking about Rubik's Cubes too. And last week at Target, my son showed me a Rubik's Cube, and it had like shiny metallic iridescent squares.
Ooh,
they all looked exactly the same unless you held it in a certain light. He goes, now, how would you solve this? And I'm like, I don't know if you could even tell if it was solved. It was weird.
Have you seen the 4-sided, or it's the 4?
Yeah.
Instead of 4,
they've got more squares on them now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I couldn't solve it if it had
two. Oh, I'm distracted by kitties.
I can't find my way out of a paper bag.
Oh.
Melissa says, I miss my grandparents. Me too, Melissa.
Mm-hmm.
I only ever had 2. I had a grandma and a grandpa, and that was it. And I do miss them still.
Yeah.
I think I froze a little bit. So sorry about that, guys. Because everybody went black and went spinning wheel. With the rain and stuff today, my connection has been a little wonky. So just heads up.
Yeah.
But this guy was distracting me.
Talking about the rain, Mel, I was in Michael's today, and the rain was just pounding on that roof.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
It's just the best when you're in Michael's. It used to be AC Moore for me. That was the store I always went to, but it was the same thing. You're in the yarn section and you hear that rain pounding on the roof.
You're like, oh gosh, I guess
so
I better
cozy.
stay longer.
It's so cozy. My husband was in the car waiting for me.
Aww.
Oh, so you felt like your dad to leave in the rain? Well,
no, I didn't.
You can always call him too when you're ready to go, saying, okay, you're in the car, drive on up. I don't want to get my yarn wet. Thanks.
Yeah. There was a van, a great big van, must have been for a very big family, big van in the parking lot. And it said on a sticker on the back, family truckster. And then on one side, it had these great big, like this big decals in the windows for each row. And it was a decal of a stormtrooper head. So it looked like stormtroopers were sitting in there. It was so funny. It was so funny. And then on the other side, it had Boba Fett and Darth Vader And then in the very back window, it had a Grogu peeking out the back. It was so cute.
Aw, how
It was
cute.
really funny. I was like, I want to ride in that van. That looks like a fun van. I bet they listen to fun
Yes.
music in there.
Then it's okay.
I like what Lisa says. I wasn't into Rubik's Cube. My brother and I caught tadpoles instead.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Oh,
Well,
this is
I used to do forts in the woods because we lived in a little town, and then we lived in the rural part of that little town, like on the outskirts
Mhm.
of it.
Mhm.
So we just do forts in the woods. I still remember. I distinctly remember whenever I was running around in the woods, and there were some areas that were cleared out, and I would tear through the middle of these woods, and there's a snake in the middle of it, all coiled up, and it had part of its head up. And instead of running around the thing like an idiot, I went, leapt over it. I was lucky because it could have got me, but it
I was
didn't.
going to say he could have struck up.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Yep. But and that's the stuff that we did as kids in the 80s, I think.
Yeah.
You're outside, you were risking stuff, but you weren't risking obesity or
Yeah.
turning your brain to mush because you're
Yeah.
watching all the time. Or
Text fingers.
injured hands.
Yeah.
This-
Jess Macon it says, I miss my grands also.
Hmm.
I did find a hand lotion that smells identical to my grandma, and sometimes I use it just to feel close to her.
That's sweet.
Hey, Jess, I have my grandma's crochet hooks that I use.
Oh, I love that.
And I always think, oh, does she see me using her hooks?
I used to go.
Go ahead.
Oh,
Sorry.
I was thinking about the tadpoles, and I used to go down to the pond, and when they would start hatching, the pond was clear, so I thought the water was clean. I didn't care. I put my lips right on the surface, and I'd suck up until the tadpoles started coming.
Oh.
But none ever went in my mouth.
Oh my gosh.
So I used to do that.
And this is why Dawn can't eat talk about food while you're in a live chat.
Yep. There she goes again.
Oh, yay. AJ's in the house. She's so glad she could make it before it was over.
Hi, AJ.
Hey there.
Uh-huh. What was I going to say? I was going to say something. Oh,
Jess
yeah,
uses her grandma's hooks too.
I was fortunate enough in my 20s. I lived with my grandmother for 5 years, and I moved out. In about 2 years after I moved out, I had my daughter. My daughter knew her for about 4 or 5 years before she passed away. So I am so grateful for that. So grateful. She had been a smoker since she was in her preteens. So she died of lung cancer.
Yeah. No, I lived with my grandma and grandpa for a while too, and they only lived, their house was 2 houses away from our house, so I was there every day. Like I always say, if my grandparents gave me sanity, they gave me peace and quiet, that was my refuge.
Mm-hmm.
And I just loved being there, and she taught me how to crochet, and
I love that so much. And then you got crochet hooks.
And now I have her hooks and her book and a few other things too. She did all kinds of different yarn crafts. She knitted and stuff too. And I do a little knitting, but just the basics.
Wait, and Lena's design says, Rita says, I had my grandma's sewing machine and used it for many, many years until it wasn't possible to repair anymore. Engine caught fire. Aw.
Oh no!
Do you still have it though, even though you can't use it? Do you still have it as like a kind of a display piece, or?
Yeah. I didn't have my grandma's sewing machine, but I remember it, and it was like in a special table.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I want to say it was a foot pedal, but I'm not positive. Yeah, it was a really, really old one, but she didn't use it much.
Lisa, the Grammy, scattered all the way, says to Ginger, how was the weather this week? We had 80-mile-per-hour winds here. What?
We had
and stick pick up and lost power for a few hours. Oh my gosh. Wow.
Yeah, we didn't lose power, but we did have those 80-mile-per-hour winds and some sideways rain. It was pouring for a while.
Ooh.
But yeah, it was exciting. Not weather that I expect to see in November or December, that's for sure.
Yeah. Well, Emily is saying hello from a cold and snowy Vermont. So it's good to know that somewhere they have snow. And I have to say, Vermont is beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful in Vermont.
I think
I
I
wanna go to
remember
Vermont.
reading somewhere that Vermont is one of those states that you get bonuses for at least 1 to 2 years if you move there when you're doing remote work.
Yeah, I've heard that
I look at it,
too.
I'm like,
It's interesting.
because I can live anywhere, but
Right.
I'm not leaving. I like my mountain home.
Oh, shoot. I was
Yeah.
going to say, Mel, I can find you a place.
I love my mountain home here, and I love being near my family.
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
Hi, Stella.
So,
Everybody all together now. Stella!
oh, I showed everybody. Okay, I'll share with you guys since you weren't. I've showed you guys, but I was sharing in my live this morning. So I got this beautiful, brand new, shiny new planner this week, and I was so excited. And I opened it up to the important dates, and I was gonna write down. It's called Dates to Celebrate, and I was gonna write down all my dates to celebrate, but I had to go potty. So then I took a break and I went potty. Where I come back, Stella's sitting on my important dates, and she ruins the page. She didn't know that, but do you see those paw prints?
Maybe she was just, letting you know that those are important dates to Stella.
Right,
She was making it even more important.
She's like, this is my birthday, and you need to celebrate all week.
All month long. This is what you need to celebrate. It's for me.
Everybody in the chat is saying, Stella.
Yes, Stella, my girl, my girl, my girl.
So do you know that we're 33 minutes in?
Yeah, I was going to say, are you guys ready? Now, I'm not going to, well, I'm going to show the first, no, I'm not going to start with slideshow, because the first thing I want to do is start with, we made that Facebook, or Julie did, because Julie does all the Facebook stuff. Julie made that Facebook post. So I kind of want to look at what your favorite fancy tools are.
Yeah.
And say that with a Southern twang 3 times fast.
We all want to see what your fancy favorite tools are. We just can't wait. Now, God bless your sweet little hearts, because we're just going to check this out right now.
Right.
How is that? How is that?
Yeah, that was pretty damn good.
I need to watch Dolly Parton.
I love Dolly.
I do too, and I love her accent.
Yes, I do.
Our accents up here talk like
this.
Hers
and it's so funny because some people may not know this, but she's got a Tennessee accent, which is very different from a South Carolina accent, which is very different from a Georgia accent
or a Virginia accent. I think Virginia accents are very strong.
Or an Arkansas accent.
Exactly. See,
or upstate New York,
or Kansas.
Or Boston. All right, share screen.
Pakika.
All righty.
Okay, Edgar says, very good, Julie. Thanks, Ed. Born and bred. All right.
Okay, so you guys get to see here. Let me shrink that down. So
let's see who all your friends are, Mel.
You need to see all that. Thanks. Okay, so let's see. So the post here is, let's see your fancy tools. We'll be using your photos in the Erin Hookers Live 12/18. So yes, we had the photos, but we're doing it this way. So I'm gonna zoom in on some stuff here soon. All right. So I'm gonna go to the ones with the pictures. So here, Kelly Jones says the Clover Pom Pom Maker.
I used it just today.
I actually have some cheap Pom Pom Makers that I like. Okay, but this is like on my list to get like very, very soon. I really, really want to get some of these.
Highly recommend them. They're so much fun.
They are the best.
And like I made this pom pom today, and I didn't even trim anything.
I know. They're
like, you have a hard time even finding like the stray ends to trim.
Yeah.
Same with this one. I didn't trim anything.
Yeah, it's the best.
Okay, I'm looking.
Ashley's using one right now, she says.
All right, I'm dragging some of my slides together so I can flip back and forth a little bit easier, you guys. I'm sorry. My tabs, not slides. My tabs.
That is okay.
Um, alrighty. So that was Kelly Jones. Now let's take a look at the next one. Okay, so I thought this was cute. Maribel says some of my favorites, somewhat fancy to me, which that's all that matters. Tools. So let's take a look here. So here's are these little scissors that looks like little snippers. I call those snippers instead of scissors because they.
That's a great name, Mel. I like that.
What is it?
She calls them snippers when they're little. She calls them snippers.
Snippers.
That's a great name.
And I see a furls hook here. Oh, I have this big hook from Amazon. I like that one. I like the feel of it. I haven't used it yet. This is a beautiful hook right here.
That is.
Can you see my arrow, you guys?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. And this looks like it might be a furls hook, the coffee and cream.
Yeah. And the one next to it looks like a prim.
No, this one right here. No, this is a Clover.
Oh, Clover. Yeah.
I can tell you that's a 9mm Clover. I can tell.
The one in the middle is a furls, isn't it?
That's a furls. Yeah,
that's a furls.
Yeah.
And then this looks like it might be a homemade one with some clay or resin.
Maybe.
And this may also be a Clover, but a smaller one.
Yeah.
I have the red heart or the red Clover row counter. I have that.
This one up here?
Yeah, I have that. And I like it, but I'm always afraid that when it's in my bag, it's going to accidentally get pushed.
Oh, yes.
So now I've gotten where I use the app.
Yeah,
and I know it won't accidentally push the button.
And these are some pretty
stitch markers.
Do you see that owl right there? Look how pretty that is.
Yeah,
that is some pretty ones.
And the foxy tape measure, that's cute.
That is cute.
That was yes. At first I thought it was a kitty, and I'm like, no, wait a minute, that's a fox.
Oh yeah, well maybe it's a kitty, but it's orange. So that's what made me think it was a fox.
Yeah. It's
I love the colors that she put. Like they all coordinate. They're oranges and browns, like the fall color.
That is true. They are all, and the teal is the fall color too, and it bounces. It complements orange.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the word I was looking for. I was looking for compliments.
It was hard for you to quit. You're like,
right.
We know what you mean.
This is the hook I was telling you guys about. I had to look into this, Jessica. If you're in the chat, Jessica.
Jessica, and I'm going to read this too. It says here. Oh, okay. Maybe I'm not going to read all of it. That's a lot. But it's from the Lotto Workshop on Etsy. And basically you send them some measurements and they make a custom made hook.
That is really neat.
And it comes with these felt cases for each hook.
I love that too. Wow.
And Stan and Julie they pretty much from how I understand it, they connect with you and talk to you about exactly what you might want. Certain kind of woods are better for different sizes, and everything is hand turned. And I'm going to talk about this more in the slideshow, but I was so excited that Jessica brought this to my attention because I had to look it up.
And I will tell you, it does
beautiful.
They probably take this into consideration. This hook right here is obviously tapered because a lot of the Furl-esque hooks, not all of them, but a lot of the Furl-esque hooks are inline. And if somebody prefers a tapered head, I can see they make theirs tapered.
But do you see how long the shaft is there before the?
Yes, before it starts to
get that big, and they do that according to your grip. That's where they take the measurements. So it's made especially for you. It's fascinating to me.
I like that.
That is fascinating. I agree.
Well, you'll be even more fascinated when you see how much they cost. We'll talk about that in the slideshow.
Girls has some that are over $100, so
it's not that much.
Yeah.
I think that's it. That's all that we got shared with the fancy tools. Okay, so let me stop sharing all my business on Facebook. If I can get to the right, there we go. There we go. Stop sharing. Hi again. All right, so now I think it might be time for the slideshow. Let me make sure I'm at a good spot. There we go. Now I can share because you guys want to hear me talk to myself.
Kathy Hall says a couple YouTubers have reviewed Leto recently.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm going to have to look into that because I'm just completely fascinated by that whole Leto thing. Stilettos. Those are that's my idea of stilettos.
What so not Jeremy. You're not Jeremy. You're Julie. So Julie asked earlier because I hadn't seen that entry. She says, "Hey, have you guys looked into the Letos?" And I'm like, "Jay's family."
She's thinking Leno, Jay Leno.
But it was not. It was not the right word.
It was not Jay Leto.
No. Which is Jay Leno, not Jay Leno.
But my mind went.
That was where her head went.
Yep.
Kathy says, "Is it okay to mention them? Mention the Letos? Oh, the YouTubers? I don't mind if you mention them, but it's not my channel,
Kathy. No,
that's fine, Kathy. Yep.
And honestly,
as long as you all don't run off to their sites while we're still talking.
Well, to be honest with you, a lot of what we do on these lives is we promote some of our stuff. Don't get me wrong. Don't get it twisted. We promote some of our own stuff, but we also do a lot of cross promotion with our fellow YouTubers, designers, and I wouldn't have it any other way. So
yeah,
Kathy, you are always so respectful of it, and I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Yeah, most of the patterns and things that we put up in our slideshow, we link you to that designer because if all we had to do was sit around and design crochet things, I think we'd all be very happy. But I would not be creative enough to come up with this stuff that we show.
I still have my messy bun hat that I need to finalize. I have some notes from somebody who was testing it for me, and I haven't even had a chance to look at her notes yet. So, that kind of thing.
So Kathy says, Fiber Spider and Blue Eyed Style both talked about them. Craig did a really in-depth review. Okay, so
which one is Craig? I don't know.
I'm going to check them both out and I'll let you know. Maybe Fiber Spider's name is Craig. I never think of him as anything else.
Well, Blue Eyed Style's a girl, so.
Okay, so that helps. That clarifies it. Maybe, you never know. My daughter's name is a boy's name in the UK, so.
That's true.
You never know. Rowan Atkinson. All of y'all know Rowan Atkinson, right?
Oh, yeah, we go way back.
Yeah, it's Mr. Bean.
Oh, I do know Mr. Bean.
Yeah,
Mr.
His name is Rowan. So, yep. So.
Yeah, Kathy and Alice both say Craig is Fiber Spider. I never knew his name. He was just,
Fiber Spider.
Fiber Spider.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's nice that his name is Craig.
All right, so you guys, we're going to be talking about fancy tools, and I know there's going to be a lot of hooks in here, but there's other tools out there that are available. So I'm going to start off with this stuff that I've looked into. And I'm going to say a lot of these tools that we're going to show you tonight, they are available in cheaper models. You can absolutely get them in cheaper models. And also, you don't necessarily need them. Some of these things you can use, some other things. So we'll get into that a little bit deeper as we get into each item. But I'm showing you the higher end items, I think, on the stuff I'm showing. And I think some of the other stuff too, like the higher end or the handmade and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, and there's just enough time. You got like 2 days left to make orders and get them by Christmas. So for those loved ones in your life and they need a big, strong hint, just send them a link. Send them a link.
Yeah, tell them to watch this video and tell them they can just skip right to 45 minutes and then
Exactly.
And I just want to say, Charlene, yes, I will be there on Tuesday and the week after.
Oh, good. Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's also those of you that weren't here this morning, but usually go to my lives in the morning. I will not be live next week. I'm
taking Christmas off.
Yeah, I'm taking Christmas off. I'm going to be traveling over to visit my late husband's family. So unfortunately, I will not be here next week. And I'm not certain about the following week. I may take that week off too. I'll know before that day and I'll make an announcement on my community tab. But without further ado, let's get into some of these fancy tools.
Fancy,
Fancy.
fancy tools over here.
Yeah, Julie's
Sorry, I
getting
don't know why. I don't know.
Hey, you know what? I do stuff like that too, so it's all good. Okay. So these two kind of go together. If you or somebody, or you know and love and adore somebody who has a lot of yarn hanks, then these two items are a must-have. Because what you use these two items for is to make a hank into a cake, and it makes it much easier to crochet with or knit with if that's their preference.
Absolutely.
Again, there are some much cheaper items out there, about half the price of these that I've shown out here. Now I will tell you on that yarn winder, it takes up more space than the cheaper models do. However, I believe that you can get a bigger cake off of that.
Oh, okay. That's
As
good to know.
Yeah, as opposed to because a regular size skein, I usually have to make 3 cakes out of those in the cheaper winder that I have. If I were to start from the very beginning, it takes it gets too much, and you can make 3 cakes off of it. And there are some cheaper metal Swifts. So just so those of you that aren't familiar, the one on the right is the Swift. I should have switched them so that they were under the correct word, you know?
Yeah.
But so the one on the right is this. That's the right, yeah. Right?
If you don't know by now, Mel.
Well, I'm like, honestly, and maybe it's just me, but left-handed people, they get a little bit like, okay, wait a minute.
No, I do too, and I'm right-handed. I'm just goofy.
Okay.
Not just you. I was terrible at marching band.
You know what? Because things are backwards sometimes on
That's true.
On this platform that we're putting the thing through. Anyway, so the one that looks like this clothesline crazy contraption thing, that's the Swift.
Right.
And that expands and contracts. And what you do is you take a hank and you crank it so that it holds the hank open.
No,
so
Lisa,
twisted.
The dark brown one is the winder. Lisa's
yes.
and the light brown one is the Swift.
Okay, there you go.
Lisa was asking. So the Swift is going to expand and contract depending on how big your hank is, right?
Mm-hmm.
I got that right? Yeah. And who was it? Jess Macon says she has a winder like that, Mel, and it'll hold about 300 grams.
Oh, that's a good to know. Okay, about 300 grams. Okay. That's not a whole lot, if I'm being honest with you. But hanks aren't always that big. Wait a minute. Hold on. She said the Swift or the winder?
The winder.
Okay, so that winder holds 300 grams. 300. You said 300 grams?
She said 300 grams. If the yarn is more densely spun, you can get 400 grams wound in one shot on that winder.
That's actually a lot.
It is. It is. That makes me I have to think about how much is on a big skein.
So this is
this is only 50 grams, so a lot of those.
This is about an average size skein, a little on the small side because it's squishy.
Yeah.
But this is 380 yards, and it's 170 grams, so it holds almost 2 times more than that.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That is a lot. See, I'm thinking I'm going to need to get that. So now what I have was about half that price. I don't have the room in my house for that. But when I move, I have all these things when I get in a bigger place.
Yeah. So I'm looking at a skein of Super Saver, and that's 198 grams. So a skein, it would be like 2 skeins of Super Saver. Okay. Just to put it in scale in my own head. I have to think about the.
Wow. That's a lot. I'm going to tell you, the cheaper winders that are range somewhere between $20 to $30. Usually they're about $20, $25. Those will hold, what is it, about 150? Not even 150. They usually, because this skein right here would take roughly, I'd say it would make 2 to 2.5 cakes on a small winder.
Yeah.
So anyway, but those are your higher end of the two. There is a really neat one that I didn't put in here, and it's a little bit cheaper. It runs about $30, and it's the Amish Hank
Okay.
or Swift, and it's easy to put away because you don't have that expandable little cross thingy. It's just 3 sticks, and then you put the pegs.
Oh yes, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
but it takes up more room on the table, I think, as opposed to that one, because that one you just attach to the side of your table.
Yeah,
and both of these you do to anchor them down. But the Amish one, it stores smaller, but the working area is bigger.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just that was a couple of those. I know I went way too long about but this is actually really important, especially if you know and love somebody who loves to get hanks and loves to go to their local yarn store
the higher
and buy some of this stuff there, or they like to get hand dyed items, stuff like that. So
okay.
All right. So this is something that you don't necessarily need something like this at all. There are ways that you can block by using your own bed, by using a little Dollar Tree foam board. So there's ways that you can block with that. But I loved this. I think it is a beautiful piece. And
what's her name? Kiwi has one of those.
Oh, does she?
Yeah. Okay. And hers actually has her name on it. Does that one have a name on the bottom?
It says Ollie Craft. It's the brand.
Oh, okay. Hers has actually, I think, her name on it.
And I imagine you can probably get something like that with her name on it at Etsy.
Yeah, it's really pretty.
But I really, really like that. And those pegs that it's on, they're long enough that you can stack and block more than one square.
I wonder how many it comes with. How many pogs? Probably quite a few.
Yeah.
Because you could probably do smaller blocks at the same time. I think that's how hers was. She had made last year a blanket with her yarn that was on the, what is it, guys, at Christmas time, and you get one every day. What's that called?
Oh, the
Advent. Yeah, her Advent yarns.
Yeah.
So she made squares with those. They were beautiful.
Oh, that sounds neat. And then put it in blocking.
And she had so every day she'd put up a photo of her blocks. So cool.
That's neat.
Yeah, it was really neat.
So I'm not going to talk too much about this. Like I said, blocking, you can block without having anything special. You can have a couple of safety pins and pin it to your bed. You can just measure it out and make sure you get all the edges measured correctly, and pin it to your bed if it's not a water bed. I wouldn't suggest doing it if you had a water bed of any sort. But
that wouldn't be good.
But regular beds, you can do.
You know what I used one smell was, that green foam stuff that they use for plants, like fake plants.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? That green foam stuff. I used a square of that once. That worked pretty well. And just some dowels.
Exactly. So it doesn't, you don't have to spend the money on it, but I think this is a beautiful. The thing is with crafting, especially when you're crafting squares like this, it's nice to be reminded what you're working towards. And when you can look up and see a beautiful display of something that you're working on while you're working on it, it kind of inspires you. So it's about inspiration as much as it is about the functionality.
Sure. I just have to say, Jamie just put up a post that says, one of the frozen ice fishing guys just walking by, and he took a double take and asked, what the hell are you watching? The Swift pick was up. I said, yarn hookers. The astonishing look on his face. OMG.
That's hilarious. I love it. I love it.
We love to be shocking.
That's right. Because we're so shocking all the time.
We're shocking.
Oh, look at these.
So I think Pink Sheep is probably mentioned a couple times in this slideshow between a couple of us.
Yeah.
But, she was a wonderful, wonderful guest on our show this past year. And she, of course, has, I say handcrafted because I know that theirs is done with a 3D printer, but there's still a lot of love and talent that goes into that.
Yeah.
I still consider that a handcrafted item. So hers are all bigger hooks. They're all the bigger ones. Like, I think the smallest one she has is a 12 millimeter?
Yeah. Or 12 or 10.
14? Okay.
12 or 10.
Big
Okay.
old hooks.
Yeah.
Oh, the big hooks. And I think the biggest one I saw was what, a 19 or a 22?
25.
Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
25. Okay, 25 millimeter. So, and from what I can tell, all of them are $45. So whether you get the small one or the big one, every one of her hooks are $45.
And they're super light.
Yes.
This is one of them.
Let me see here. Hang on a minute. Let me make you big, Ginge.
Ginger.
It looks,
There you are.
I mean, if I hold it like this, it doesn't look
Doesn't
right.
look good.
Oh,
It
no,
doesn't
no,
look-
please don't hold it like that.
Yeah, we'll hold it like this.
Yes. So you can see the hook.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but these are 3D printed and then they paint them all by hand.
Yeah. What size is that one?
25. This is the biggest one.
That's the 25. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. There's like with the way you had it turn and then other thoughts, I'm not appropriate comments. I'm gonna go ahead and
Lisa says, what would you crochet on a bigger hook? So Lisa, I think that one of the things you could do with the bigger hooks is do multi-strands at once. For me, I used 6 strands and made a rug. Anything that you want really thick, or you could use, the really heavy, chunky weight yarns and make thick, fluffy blankets.
And Pink Sheet Design, pretty much most of her designs are made with either using 2-3 strands of thick yarn or big thick yarn. She does bulky designs and they're so cute.
kinds.
They're cute and they're fast.
Sweaters.
Fun to make.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, I agree. So anything that you can pull 3-4 strands together with, you make it with a big hook. And those are so fast. I love those. I need to make more of those.
Jamie would like Ginger to hold that big hook up again so she can call that guy back to make him even more shocked.
You know what, Jamie? Just tell me when he's here. I'll hold up the hook.
There you go.
I am fascinated by these Wizard of the Wood hooks, Mel.
Aren't they gorgeous?
They look absolutely beautiful.
So these are hand-turned, also hand-turned hooks. Now, I don't know that they make them to size like the other ones that we were talking about, Leto. But this combination of wood and resin. Now, it does go onto a metal hook. So I believe that the hook is going to be either a boy or Susan Bates, and then they put this on top of it.
So it looks like there's like little things inside that clear resin.
Yes, there is.
It makes me think of little tiny fish bowls or something.
There was one, actually, it's funny. I couldn't, I was trying to decide when choosing a picture, whether to do something like this where it showed a bunch or whether I did one that kind of a little bit more close up on it. So there is one where she's got a little seashell inside of it.
It looks beautiful. I'm going to check those out. That's right up my alley.
Yes.
Now, those I'm guessing are $75 each.
Yes, they're $75 each, not for the set.
Ouch.
Yep, those are $75 each. And
maybe with my next YouTube paycheck.
Right? Right. You should pay me a little bit more.
Yeah, right.
It's funny you say that. My daughter has been asking about getting her nails done. I would like to start getting my nails done as well because mine stay just dirty between the animals and stuff. And just on getting a regular nail thing done. But I told Ro, I said, well, either we need to get rid of the equivalent in monthly bills for that, or YouTube needs to start paying me enough to get our nails done.
There you go. They don't pay you if you don't do the work. That's what I tell my son.
Yep, exactly. So
that's right.
Okay, so I think that's the last of mine. Oh no, I had this one more. So
Look
at this. Where has this been all my life?
That is really cool.
It's gorgeous. So, and I don't know if you can see, but underneath where the yarn is, where the yarn's on top of it, is a pair of scissors. But the yarn here, so it's on there like something like this, and this is something I need to test. So it's something like this where you put
Jamie, call that guy back.
What?
I said, Jamie, call that guy back.
Yeah, right. So it's on something like this, and you stick the center of the cake or the donut or the skein on
Right.
this, and then it spins. So that's what that is doing. That kind of setup. But underneath is a pair of scissors, which there may be a magnet under there. Don't know. I don't know how it sticks, but it's sticking.
What is that spring-like thing up on the right side? There's like this groove, and then on the other side, there's like a spring or something.
I see that, and I do not know. I know that they have those pegs don't stay open.
Yeah.
The legs, they close, so it may have something to do with that.
Oh, that could be. Okay. I'm going to have to, I mean, I'm not going to spend $250 on this, but I would be intrigued to just see what it is.
So I think it's gorgeous. I think they have some cheaper.
What are you doing, Ginger? Is he back?
Oh
yeah.
God. Is he back? What? Oh, I see. So I'm glad I can't see anything. I'm on the other screen. I can't see any of the shenanigans going on.
Jamie's saying, hold it, Hooker Ginger, show these 25-year-old freaked out frozen fishing boys. Any little 4'8" Jamie is watching in the dark in a Saturday night.
Oh my gosh. All right, we got to stay G-rated.
Okay. Well, it is G-rated. It's an awesome crochet hook.
That's right. It is an awesome crochet hook. Where your minds go is your problem, not ours.
Absolutely.
All right. So next up is Jules.
Oh, I love these.
Yes, Lita. I just am waving my headband at Lita because she says she has the same one. Okay, so I have wanted these for the longest time. This is on my wish list. I don't know what's holding me back from buying them. I mean, it's $48 for the whole set.
That is beautiful.
These are Knitter's Pride Symphony Dreams. Don't let the words Knitter's Pride fool you. Knitter's Pride has lots of crochet stuff. And I've actually tried a couple different kinds of Knitter's Pride hooks. I've tried their waves and I've tried the zings, and I love both of them. So knowing that I love those hooks, I think I'd really like these ones too. They're just pretty.
Yeah.
I have no other words for them other than they're just pretty. That's all I have to say about them. I love them.
Well, you can just appreciate them. Let's all appreciate the Knitter's
Just
Pride.
appreciate the Knitter's Pride hooks. They aren't available on their website, which I find weird. Like you can't buy stuff off their website. You can buy them off of Amazon, or you can order them from local yarn stores. You're not going to find these in Michael's or Joann's or anything. But that's where I got my other Knitter's Pride stuff. I got from my local yarn store. So.
Okay.
If we click on this picture, will it take us to?
Yes, it will link you to the Amazon. Yeah.
Awesome.
Which was the case before. So I think all of the stuff I had tried to link straight to the item where you can buy it if you want it.
Yeah. So Knitter's Pride also has this set. It's called the Knitter's Pride Symphony Rose. It's pretty much the same set. It's just different wood, and it comes in a much nicer case.
That's a gorgeous case.
Yeah. The Symphony Dreams just comes in a little vinyl case. It's clear vinyl. It's nothing fancy in the case, but this one just is a little bit, a little bit more luxurious.
Yeah. You're paying about $25 for the case is what
basically, yeah. and but it's not as pretty colors. So
yeah, I know that's a trade-off.
I don't know if it's rosewood or why they call it rose. And I don't know why Knitter's Pride spells symphony wrong, but they do. I didn't spell it wrong. That's how they spell it.
AJ is saying, is that you can get them on Knitter's Pride? Or some of the you can get them on Knit Picks.
Oh, that's possible. They sell them everywhere. Well, not everywhere, but they sell them in various places. But it's weird that there's no shopping cart on the Knitter's Pride website. So I don't.
Oh, weird.
I don't know why that is, but that might be a good thing because you can probably shop around for the best price this way. Maybe
Crochet also. I'm going to check that out.
Yeah. So anyway, I really like Knitter's Pride. And those are very nice sets if you want to purchase a very nice set for somebody, or somebody could be yourself.
That's right.
But
Merry Christmas to me.
I told my husband, look, I think what you want for Christmas is yarn. I think you want yarn, and I think Peter wants
Yarn.
plants. And I will help you take care of those things.
Yeah, I understand that.
He decided I was wrong.
Well, that's not what Pete told me.
Yeah, I know. It's what they don't say.
Exactly.
Okay, so these are the Lettos. And
oh, those are beautiful.
aren't they
it looks
pretty?
like it's on a clover hook. So it's like they took the clover ergonomic piece off and they put it, because those look like clover hooks.
That could be. It could be. I think it actually says what the hooks are. But they are, we talked about this earlier, but for people who are just coming in, the people at Leto, it's Stan and Julie, and they're from the Ukraine, and they literally they have you do measurements of your hand, and you send that information in, and they kind of have like a little interview for you of questions and answers, and they talk to you directly and ask you, what you're looking for in a hook, and depending on what size the hook is, kind of determines what kind of wood they need to use. I think they even take into consideration your favorite colors and stuff, but I'm not positive about that.
Mhm.
And then they hand turn them according to your measurements, and it's made specifically for your hand. And each hook comes with these beautiful sleeves to keep them in that are just beautiful. I mean, the sleeves are just as pretty as the hooks. So they are about $50 each.
Mhm.
But
Beautiful.
they're beautiful. They're a very nice gift, I would say.
I love that one in the middle with like the purple
Isn't that
lid and
pretty?
the white. Oh my god.
Yeah. And the one second from the end on the right, where it's
With
got
like
like the purple tips.
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
And like
Yeah,
it kind of fades into it, so it's in a shirt.
Yeah. They're just so pretty.
I love them all. I want them all.
Right?
I want all the hooks. I want all the hooks.
I'm looking at this. I checked it out on Knitpicks, and it's $42.99 for that set of
The rose or the dreams?
this one's a mosaic. It's a mix of all the colors.
Oh.
So,
yes.
hang on a minute.
So I'll have to try Knitpicks.
Yeah.
So it is. Hang on. What are you doing, crazy computer?
Okay,
so
Crochet My Way with Wanda has 2 Leto hooks and plans to order more. Jess Macon Knit says Stan and Juliet Leto were amazing. Even sent a Christmas card with the latest ones that I got.
Oh, how sweet.
Oh, wow.
She says it's like some yarn companies that don't sell retail. You have to go through their sales reps, and they only sell to local yarn stores or online. So I think that's what she means for the Symphony or the Knitter's Pride stuff.
Mhm.
So
Yeah. What you were looking at, did it look like this?
No, the Symphony Dreams, that specific one is not on this website.
yeah, I haven't seen this one on the Knitter's Pride website either. They
No.
have solid colored ones, but I like those ones. I like the multicolored ones.
Right. They have some that are like different hues of blue and purples mixed together.
Mm-hmm.
And different things like that, but nothing that looks like the symphonies, and I really love those.
Yeah, the Symphony Dreams they're just so pretty.
That link's in our slideshow, Ginger. You need to let Julie know that you would like a copy of it, or you can go to yarnhookerslife.com to download it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Or the Facebook group.
Or the Facebook group.
I'm going to do that.
So, fancy snips. How fancy are these? I mean, if you're looking for fancy, you can't get much fancier than
I would
this.
so lose the end of those. I would. I know I would.
Oh my gosh. Yes. So these
I lose the whole thing.
Yeah, these are Gilded Rose embroidery scissors by the Victorian Trading Company.
So
and they are pewter, and I think the scissors themselves might be stainless steel. But oh my goodness, they are pewter. And I don't know if you're familiar with the jewelry brand 1928.
Nope.
I used to have a few pieces of 1928 jewelry back in the 90s, and it's very feminine and girly and sparkly. And so I think that this company, Victorian Trading Company, kind of pairs up with the 1928 jewelry
Oh,
company
okay.
from what I read about them. So when I heard that, I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense because it's very similar. But yeah, they're just scissors, but they're very fancy.
Very, very, very pretty.
I'm so fancy.
Yes,
And
I do
that
like
made
the
me
little
think of my little
Ooh.
thing here. Now, I don't have a picture of this in the slideshow, but these are the kind of scissors that you would use with your little thing not to lose your scissors. I don't know what it's called. Scissor chain.
Oh, neat.
So
Oh,
you would hook one end to your bag and the other to your scissors so you don't lose your
Mhm.
scissors. Yeah, so these are another pair of fancy scissors. I love that they have the little stork shape to them. I've also seen them in
Mhm.
unicorns, which make me think of Mel.
It looks like a stork.
Yeah, so these ones, the gold tone stork and the enameled box by the Victorian
Mhm.
Trading Company.
So pretty.
Yeah, and those ones are $44.95, but they have their own little box and everything.
Oh, so
Very
pretty.
swoosh
they come
swoo.
with their little box. So cute. That reminds me, I had picked up.
I
Look,
use
talk about
Fiskars,
the
though.
unicorns, right?
Oh, you have the unicorn scissors.
I do, and I had forgotten about them. They've been over here, kind of stuffed away, but I forgotten about them.
That's
you
so funny because I always think of you when I see the unicorn stuff. I think of
Yeah.
Mel, and I don't even know why. Like, Mel's never said anything too much about loving unicorns.
I think Mother's Day because my daughter got me something unicorny for Emmy also likes unicorns a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, Grumpy Stella, stop growling at
And-
the cat that's like 3 feet away from us.
Do you know also, speaking of Emmy sent me a pair of little scissors. They're teeny tiny ones and they have a little case and everything. I use those a lot. I should have put those on here. They're not really fancy, but they're fun.
You
Like
know
'em a
what?
lot.
And a fancy doesn't always need to mean ultra expensive because for some people, a single clover or tulip hook or anything like that
Mhm.
is fancy.
Oh, yeah. I have one tulip hook and I prize it. I love
Yes,
that tulip
me.
hook.
Love the thing. Oh, cute.
These must be Ginger. They're not me.
Okay.
Look at these cute holiday stitch markers. Oh my God, I want them.
They're
They are
adorable.
adorable. They're
I
oh, and
so
I've seen that they
cute.
display them in both the I call it the light bulb hook, which is pointy and sticky, and the lobster claw hook, and also they even have the like slip hooks. It looks like on
Yeah,
that
there's
Santa. I'm sorry.
there's a variety.
There is a variety, yes. That's a lot easier to say than you trying to figure out what they all are. Because the other one looks like earring backs.
Mhm.
Mhm.
They're all like crazy cute.
Yeah, they're all Christmassy.
yeah.
And I don't know about you guys, I never use stitch markers, but I collect the heck out of them because I love them.
Oh, do you?
I use stitch markers a lot.
I
but
use stitch
my
markers.
plastic ones.
Oh, now
Anytime I use stitch markers a lot.
I use stitch markers when I'm knitting because I'm not, my brain isn't thinking right when I knit. But when I'm crocheting, I don't really
How
need them.
can you know where you're at on an in the round project without a stitch marker?
I just know.
Do you join at the end of your round?
Yeah.
Keep going
See, I
around.
never join at the end of my round
Yeah,
because it leaves a seam and I hate that. So I just do a round and a round and a round. So I have to have my stitch marker.
It depends on what you're working on, but like on this, you can't really see the seam.
If I were making it, you'd see the seam.
yeah, that's what. And I mostly do everything in the round, or I sew it together. And but yeah, so that's why you don't use stitch markers because when in the round means you're not doing the join chain up.
Yeah.
You're just continuing on.
Yeah,
So
like
that's
I'm a
the only
garumi
way-
style, I call it.
Yeah, that's the only way that I can know where my row begins and understand how many rows I've done.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
So that's why that makes sense. But those are gorgeous.
They're very
Where'd you
cute.
find those on Instagram?
I found it on Instagram, and if you click
course.
that, it'll take you to the Instagram post.
Woohoo!
Ginger finds everything on Instagram.
I do.
Oh, look at those Grinch ones.
Yes,
Aren't those cute?
Those are
cute.
fun.
Very cute.
These, and I don't remember the names of the people who made all these except the middle one. That's Evelyn from Pink Sheep.
Oh, and I can see the Grinch ones are Hooks by Lorianne.
Okay, Hooks by Lorianne, and those ones. I know who it is, but I don't know who it is.
Now that one on the left side of the wooden ones, that is an interesting shape because that feels like if you're a knife grip, that would, as long as the hook is shape is in the right direction,
Mm-hmm.
that would be a very comfortable fit.
Yeah. Yeah, they look very like I just want to hold them and crochet with them.
Yeah.
That's what those look like. And if you guys click on any of these pictures, it'll take you right to the people who make the hooks.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not here right now, but when the slideshow is posted.
Yeah, I was just going to say that when it's posted to our website or posted to Facebook, then you can click on it. You can't touch your screen and go.
Right, right. But
yeah. Ashley says stitch markers are like pogs for crocheters. They're so flexible. Yes, I love having cute little stitch markers, but I only use the plastic ones. And Michelle says my mind needs help remembering where I am, so I use stitch markers. So
yes. Well, and the other times I use stitch markers is for blankets if I'm following a specific pattern. And I know I put a stitch marker on my starting chain every 20 so that I don't have to
definitely.
Right.
That's another time I use stitch markers. But you see how well I do my blankets, right? I start them and I haven't finished one in like not a full-size blanket. I finished baby blankets, but not a full-size blanket.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I lose interest.
Yeah, and then other projects come along and then I get too hot and blah blah blah.
And then you have like 20 tubs of whips.
Yeah, it's close enough. Yeah, something like that. Okay, maybe not quite that bad. I think I would be at 1 or 2 tubs right now, but still, that's enough whips for me.
LJ Crochet says, well, it's 11:15 and the child has finally stopped screeching the house down. When? And now she says I might be actually able to listen in properly now.
Oh, well, that's good. That's good.
We'll try to keep it down, LJ. We'll try to keep it down. We don't want to wake the child.
I'm not able of keeping anything down. I'm loud. My daughter.
Me too. Me too.
We're just loud. And poor Ginger, she's like, will you two loud people shut up?
Just turn the volume down.
This is my slide. Let me talk.
These are furls.
These are specifically, these pictured are Streamline Odyssey furls.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I have. I have the teal green one.
Yeah,
Odyssey furls.
Away the pretty blue one on my channel.
Ooh, look at that, guys. Did y'all hear that?
Love it.
Give away a furls hook.
Yep. So that giveaway was just posted yesterday. It's a review and a giveaway. So check that out. And that's not to take away from Ginger Slide, but I'm just letting y'all know. Don't know now.
That's right.
Wait.
Oh, those are so pretty. I think I have one of every. I don't know. I don't have the light purple, and I don't think I have the dark green.
Well, and I almost feel like I like the deeper colors in these. Now they don't have the gold ones. I don't think these are all gold. It looks like I don't think they do they do the gold ones anymore, or are they just silver?
No, they'll have them every once in a while.
Okay, for special events. But I really think the deep colors on these are so. It's like your eyes continue on and kind of soak into it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like that red and that deep green, and then I have that blue. They're just gorgeous. They really are
beautiful.
gorgeous.
And the dark purple.
Yeah. Deneen says I'm addicted to Omi hooks. Is it Omi or Ami? O-M-M-I?
Omi or Ami? I don't know. I'm going to be mispronouncing it. Which this is an Omi hook, and these run. Which this will be a review eventually on my channel. But these run usually roughly about $10.
And those are the ones that look like furls, right?
And they're furl-esque, yes. I don't think they get as large at the hump as furls do. Like at this part.
Yeah.
I'd have to compare them side by side with the resin hook. But that is an Omi hook.
I think we need to come up with a word for furl-esque. How about furlsk?
Furlsk.
Furlsk. The furlsk.
It's very furlsk.
There you go. I like that. That's a very furlsk hook.
Nana Michelle says, OMG, I need to get the Grinch hooks for Olivia. I can't find them, though.
Oh, no.
So are those linked? We have a link to those?
Yep, we have links to.
Hang on just a minute. Let me see if I can't. Give me, you guys, here, let me do this.
AJ says they bring the gold off and on. They just hold them for a month or two, or they just had them for a month or two ago and are redoing things. So they're making improvements and bringing out new colors from a video that she saw. Kathy says, I don't care what size it is. If it's teal, I need it in my life. I know mine is the teal color, and I think it's a 4.5.
Pretty pretty.
All right, I'm doing something here, you guys, so bear with me.
What you doing?
I am.
Hola, Maritza. Sorry, I'm just going through the chat. Ella J, get that chocolate. You deserve it after listening to the Screech.
That's
the Screecher feature.
So that's the link to the Grinch, to the Instagram post with the Grinch hooks.
Oh, perfect.
That's what I was doing. I just wanted to get her because she was anxious to get that, and I wanted to get that link for her. Okay, so that's enough of staring at and ogling at the furls hooks.
Yes.
And just click on that, and that will take you straight over to the furls the website for furls, I'm sure.
It will. Okay, now these I found at Mary Maxim, you can get furls for a little less expensive than you actually get them at furls.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, so like these Streamline are $22.99.
And they're usually about $25 a piece, unless you're getting them on sale on furls.
Right, right. And then these wooden Streamlines are $16.99 a piece. And the cool thing I like about that, like if I were going to order at least $59 worth of those, I'd get a free tote.
Get that free bag.
Well, let me show you what the free totes look like too, so you have a good idea.
Oh, I'm a sucker for the free bag.
I have one right here. Are they the same one?
They're not huge, but they're a great project bag. I think that picture, their picture makes them look bigger than they actually are.
Julie.
This is
the bag I got at Michael's today.
Awesome.
Wait.
I got this for free with my purchase.
Hang on. Is it just a plain old paper bag? Okay. All right. So,
it came free with my purchase.
Do we have the same bag?
I think I have a black version of it, but I think it's just the same bag. They just do different patterns on it.
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell you, it's probably a single project bag or two small projects.
Yeah.
So, but it's not a gigantic bag, but it's a good size bag to get free with stuff you were buying anyway.
And you can put a whole bunch of hooks in it.
Roaming with Rover says if you buy at Mary Maxim, the furls will not honor their lifetime warranty, though. So that's something to keep in mind.
Good to know.
Now that is good to know. Sure.
Now, if something happens to it, Mary Maxim might help you, but I'm sure it's not going to be a lifetime. They probably have like a 30-day return policy.
Lisa says, you girls are so funny with your bags. And Lori says, that's our frugal Julie.
That's right.
Just call me George Costanza.
The paper bag.
Oh, I wanted to show, I don't know if Granny D is still in the house, but Granny D, this little scissor thing that I have here, the scissors chain, I just want you to know that it reminds me of you.
Hang on.
Because it's got something on it. Look at that.
Oh, look at that little squirrel. How cute is that?
Isn't it cute?
That. I want to get one of those. So
it's completely off topic of your furls bag, but I forgot to show that to Granny D.
But that's kind of a fancy tool, you guys.
Yeah, that's definitely a fancy tool.
Definitely.
Yes. Okay, sorry about that. Completely off topic.
Don't be sorry. I love ogling over that. It's all good. All right, so let me go back to the slideshow. I think we're done looking at
with that.
All right.
Okay, so furls isn't just hooks. They have, and granted, they're a little expensive, but I do like all of these things, and I do want to get one of those leather bags sometime. when I've got an extra, I don't know, $200 or $300 to spend.
Lisa Knit says, Julie, you need to get a frills bag.
Yeah.
I'm okay.
But they've got the little needle cases, you know, to keep all of your little darning needles, not cases, but the little needle holders, the little wood. That's what those little wooden things are.
Yeah.
And then there's also hook cases and yarn bowls.
Yeah.
And
so
and hook stands.
Oh, hook stands. That's cool.
Yeah.
See, when I get a yarn room, I'm definitely going to be looking into some of this. I really do love the leather bags. They're beautiful. And you can tell even just from the pictures that it is a high-end leather that they're using.
Right.
And I have the yarn bowls that I love. I don't think I'd spend money on their yarn bowls, but those hook stands, those are very cool to display.
Yeah.
Whether they are the furls hooks or your divot hooks, because divot hooks are gorgeous too.
Mm-hmm.
You can probably display them in one of those fan hooks or something like that. Hook display things.
Yeah.
So those are all cool. I love it. And those are all linkable pics, right?
Right.
Very nice. Oh, there it is again.
These, I had to show the Pom Pom Maker because I am obsessed with the Pom Pom Maker right now. It is my favorite Pom Pom Maker. I love the Pom Pom Maker.
I'm sorry.
How many times can you
Pom Pom Maker?
Did I tell you guys I love this Pom Pom Maker? I will never have another Pom Pom Maker.
Y'all see how Mel and I always think alike, though? We both said it at the exact same time. How many times can Ginger say Pom Pom Maker?
Let's keep going.
And how many times can Julie hold up her Pom Pom Maker kit in one episode?
Now you can get the one that's just the two.
What?
You can get the one that's just the two.
What is it though? What is it that you want us to get?
You want the one what?
It's the two Pom Pom Makers.
Or you can have the super deluxe one where it's got 4.
Oh, the little tiny Pom Pom Makers.
He's got the two tiny ones.
These make the most perfect pom poms.
They do. Here, I'll show you some.
You know what's interesting? I'm looking at the gigantic Pom Pom Maker, which I need in my life right now.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody get it for me. No,
agree.
I'm just kidding. I'll get it for me eventually. But you see how it shows like other yarny things that you can make, and it's got like this fake topiary.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Oh, I don't know if you guys saw the Christmas ornaments that I made with my mom about 40 years ago.
No,
I should totally make some snowmen.
Yeah, you can make snowmen, you can make fuzzy bears, you can make Christmas trees. Just do a big, a medium, and a small.
Garlands.
Oh, neat.
Garlands. There's so many things you can make with a perfect Clover Pom Pom Maker.
It's just the best. I actually did a video on how to use the Clover Pom Pom Maker because it's the best.
Yeah, Rover just asked, are they easy to figure out? And Julie has done a tutorial on the Pom Pom Maker.
Yeah.
One
of the favorite things that Julie loves to say is, I did a video on that. Nobody saw it, but I did one.
And I'm like, yeah, I might do one someday.
Yeah.
I'm planning on that.
Do it one day. I'll probably review it one day.
VJ said, I'm sorry. Did I hear Ginger say Pom Pom Maker?
I don't know. Ginger, did you say
Pom Pom Maker?
Pom Pom Maker.
The Clover Pom Pom Maker is the best.
Yeah.
Awesome.
They're fun.
And they're not expensive. My
they're not.
Cost $6.99.
I want to say mine was maybe $12 for the 4-pack.
Yeah. Something like that.
Something like that. It's in the video. I don't remember.
And then, they sell those at Joann, and you get your 50% off or 40% off for the day. And
Yep. I think I got mine at Michael's.
I got my Pom Pom Maker for 40% off. So it wasn't $6.99. It was like,
there you go.
Something. It was less.
Where Ashley says, okay, because this pom pom I just spent the last hour on is frail. Is a fail, and I don't know what I did wrong. I don't know. It's hard when you're making them with the cardboard and stuff.
Yeah. My pom poms were So sad. So
Yeah.
sad.
I was disgusted with my pom-poms.
Yes. But that's why there's Pom-Pom Makers.
That's why there's pom-pom makers. Clover.
Especially the Clover. I have one that I got, a set that I got, which I like, but it's obviously not as good as the Clover Pom Pom Makers because I still have to do some trimming.
Uh-huh.
I got them off of Wish, and they were the kind that they don't have the middle section, but they close. So you put two together and you wrap around, and then you cut down the middle.
Yeah.
They kind of latch on, and some of the plastic popped off. And anyway, it still works okay, but I think I'm going to have to invest in some Clovers.
Yeah. Lefty Crochet and Mirror Knits says, does Amazon count as a fancy tool? They just delivered a folding ruler that I could not find locally.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think that any tool that is not absolutely required
is fancy.
Is fancy. Yeah.
Yep. I agree.
Doesn't have to be expensive, just, you know.
Yeah. Oh, Ashley, go watch Julie's tutorial for the Clover Pom Pom Maker.
Oh, she's using the Clover right now. Okay. Yeah. I'll have to see if I can find a link to it. You keep talking amongst yourselves.
There you go.
Okay.
And then I love that in private chat if you're not on the chat on YouTube, and I'll get it posted in there. Okay.
Okay, that sounds good.
I love that Christmas tree. I love everything else.
Cute?
Yeah, that Christmas tree. I've been wanting to make one. I've seen patterns for Christmas trees like that.
Yeah. Wow. So Laylita has been, which Laylita is always busy, but that is. Look at all of that. That sweater is beautiful. The blankets, this look like baby blankets, which I love me a star blanket, as y'all know.
Mm-hmm.
And then let's see. So that looks like a front post hat.
Mm-hmm.
Double crochet hat.
Very
and that purse is gorgeous with that the leather strap. That's a beautiful purse. It looks like the kind that tucks real nice right here. One of the best kind of purses.
Yeah.
Gorgeous work, Laylita. Thank you for sharing all
that
this.
Sweater is
beautiful.
Very beautiful.
Yes. I love that sweater. It looks comfy.
Mm-hmm.
Laylita's been busy.
She's been busy.
She is always busy. Yeah.
And then Jeanette. Oh my gosh, AJ, what?
Wow.
And how cute is that dog sweater?
I love. Hey, AJ, what size is that dog sweater? I have somebody, and is there a pattern for that?
And it buttons at the bottom. Oh, I don't know about buttoning at the bottom. Maybe that's like a permanent thing and it's just a design.
Whatever it is, it's really cute.
Some puppies are very good with the buttons, honestly. And then some puppies.
It makes, I instantly had this vision of a dog trying to unbutton their sweater. It's just where my brain went.
Really? Stella. Oh my gosh, girlfriend. All right, I can't see, but and then the hats and the scarf. Now, is that hat crochet or knit? It almost looks knit.
Or it's real.
Maybe it's a waistcoat.
Or maybe it looks like it's made with a very, very small crochet hook.
Oh gosh, I wonder how much time that took. Wow.
Very pretty.
Now the ribbing looks crocheted. Mm-hmm. That definitely is crocheted, but I didn't know about the rest of it. At least to me, it looks crocheted. Stella, don't walk across this keyboard. I'm sorry. Normally you get your way, but not right now.
Oh, awesome. Awesome. Okay.
Sorry. All right.
Crochet.
Oh, look at this snowman and those
extra large.
Those ginger hats, or those the hats that Pamela's Adoring Crochet did. It's either Ginger or Pamela's or their own design. Actually,
those are cute. Those are like Pamela's Adoring Crochet. Those are really cute. I love the blue.
I do too, and in fact, I'm thinking about making a winter hat out of this blue because
that would be beautiful.
That would be.
Okay, I sent you that link, Mel. It took me a while to find it. I'm not as tech savvy as Mel. She's quicker at finding stuff. I couldn't even find my own video on my own channel.
That's because you've got lots of videos. That's the only reason why.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah. The pattern has large, extra large, and XX large.
Oh, cool. So which
AJ.
one is that? The way the pattern AJ said is whose? Is
The
it
large.
She
Pamela?
says they're Pamela's hats except for the brim.
Yeah, I was talking about the dog sweater.
Oh, the dog sweater.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I see. The pattern has large, extra large, and XX large.
All right, let me go back to the slideshow. All right, Kathy Ann, that snowman. What?
It's so cute.
Oh my gosh,
I
adorable.
love his little face.
I do too.
You know what, you guys? I've gotten so attached to my little stuffed dog here. I might have to make him a sweater.
Oh, there you go.
I've never made a dog sweater before, but how cute would that be?
That would be so cute. Let me see.
Have you named him yet?
Yeah, his name is Schwartz.
Hi, Schwartz.
Oh, how cute.
Hi, Schwartz.
Because it says Schwartz on his tag because it's FAO Schwartz. I was very creative.
Yeah, that's a
So
perfect name.
Aw.
Yeah, I've turned into a 5-year-old. I've been sleeping with my toy dog.
Aw, but he's so close to me. I understand that.
Cool.
What?
So
Is
how-
that coffee with giant marshmallows on it?
Well, I was thinking cocoa, but
Cocoa. Yeah, cocoa. That's it. You're right.
I
Cocoa.
love it.
isn't it
love
cute?
And
Those are
that
big.
blanket.
Right?
What?
I know.
That is amazing.
Kelly's done some beautiful work there.
Yeah.
That
Oh, and I
Santa.
was like, that has got to be an amazingly warm blanket. And I love the blue, that you chose a blue background.
Yeah. me
Blue
too.
and then the light blue trim.
Yes.
I can never get over how hard our challengers work on their crochet stuff.
So amazing.
And they're fast.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm jealous, you guys. That's really what it's all about. I'm just jealous.
we
I
are
haven't
jealous.
even gotten a hat done. I've got this hat that's too small done, so I have to give it to a child. I haven't even got my sister's hat done, and it's due by next weekend. So,
Well, Mel, if you want to try my new pattern, they're like an hour-long project.
well, yeah. I promised her this style. She saw it.
She
and
wants that
liked
kind?
it. Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. So I just went up a half a millimeter. So hopefully that size will work. If not, I'll be like, Francis, you just need to shrink your head. You need to go to
A
head
shrinker.
That's
head shrinker.
And you just need to get it done because I'm not making another one. Thank you.
Oh my goodness.
This is so cool.
Yeah, this is his scarf. I believe Kelly said that her husband kind of had his eye on it, but he's not getting it. I think that's what she said in the comments.
Is it going with the younger one?
I think it's going to somebody, not her husband, but I'm not sure who.
Oh, got you.
That is so cute.
Lisa says, Mel, just get Ginger to help. She's super fast at crocheting.
Right? Ginger, I got some projects for you, Ginger.
Oh yeah, just throw them on the
Throw them on the pile.
There you go. There you go.
Literal piles in here, you guys. I'm not even joking.
So the thing is with Ginger, I think if she's making something for somebody else, she gets it done and she gets it done quickly. But when she starts just making to make and it's for her own self and stuff like that. And I think all of us are pretty guilty about this. She tends to not finish that.
Yeah.
Am I right, Ginge?
Yeah, that. And I get real excited about making something else.
Yes.
And so I'm like, okay, like I can't even.
Yeah. Ginger's like the dog and Up.
Is the dog and Up very exciting?
Squirrel.
Yeah.
Squirrel. There's always another squirrel.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Exactly right.
So, yeah, we'll see everybody on January 8th. Thought it was a good idea to bring that up at the end of the slideshow that we are taking the next 2 weeks off.
Yeah.
We all kind of need to take a little break. Remember what it's like to have a Saturday.
I think we went for about 7 or 8 months straight until we finally decided, you know what, we're taking 2 weeks in the summer and we're going to take 2 weeks in the winter.
Yeah.
And the winter breaks are always going to be over the Christmas to New Year's holiday so that we spend more time with our family.
Yeah. Yeah, we definitely need to do that. I think everybody needs to do that.
Sure.
Agreed.
So.
Agreed. And I will not be going live on Christmas Day, which is next Saturday. And I cannot say right now if I'm going to go. Stella, please don't walk on my keyboard. Nope, that's not going to work, baby. Nope,
Uh-oh.
not going to work.
Stella's so funny.
She gets so mad at me. She didn't yell at me that time. But anyway, so I am not going to be going live on my personal live next Saturday. I will be going live. Well, I don't know yet. I will announce it on my community tab if I'm going to go live on. I think it's New Year's Day is the next Saturday, right?
Mhm.
Now, what
Yes.
about you, Ginger? Are you and Kim going live next week and or the following week?
Definitely not on Christmas Day.
Okay.
Haven't figured out New Year's Day yet, and we're gonna do the Wednesdays still.
Okay.
Yeah,
That
and
makes sense.
I'll still be doing my Tuesdays because they're just Tuesdays. They're not holidays or anything. So I'll be still doing those.
Yep, I'm the only one that has one. My only other live is on the same day.
Yeah, I don't
Well,
know.
that's okay. I am on live number 55 with my personal live. So,
Nice.
yeah,
Live
I keep them for a while.
55.
And
Wow.
that's even with me taking a couple off here and there, a couple
Mhm.
of weeks off here and there for certain things. But yeah, you guys, I've been doing lives for over. You have over a year's worth of weekly content right
Nice.
there. So
Love it.
Listen to Linda's plan here. My plan for the next year is making 12 pairs of socks, 12 hats for the homeless, and a temperature memory blanket and a mosaic blanket. So those are
That's
really
awesome,
good
Linda.
goals.
Yeah, I love that.
it.
And Barbara
Oh,
says
Barbara
the pizza
should
is
be
here.
So
I want to
she's
go to
sharing,
Barbara's.
right? Barbara,
I
you
want the pizza.
I want pizza.
That sounds so good. Actually, no, I still have some.
I had crackers for dinner. I want pizza.
Oh, Lisa, that's okay. I understand. You're in a completely different time zone. Lisa says, I was
Oh,
trying to
yeah.
make your lives, but I have to watch the replay. Thank you for watching the replay. I so appreciate
Yeah.
it. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
that's
you.
awesome. Yeah, I have no excuse other than it's Saturday and it's usually shopping time when these gals are doing their lives. So
I've gotten the
Yeah.
tops of 2 stockings done.
Oh my gosh, Ginger.
they're leg warmers.
There you go. For
Put some
for the
fuzzies
girls.
around the top and fuzzies around the bottom, and then you'll have your Christmas leg warmers.
Oh, that's kind of cute.
And then I need to see you do a reel where you're running in place and it's playing the song Maniac.
Oh, there you go. Look at her face. She's like, oh,
The wheels are spinning.
Wait a minute. Doesn't somebody throw water on? Like, doesn't she get water? Or is she just sweating
Glitter.
over?
It's glitter.
Glitter.
Oh no, wait, maybe she does water.
I'm
Oh, with the chair where she pulls the rope?
Yeah.
That's water.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But you don't have to do that part.
I'll wear a I'll wear a leotard.
Which
And-
one? Your
Oh!
famous leotard?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh wow.
Miss Leotard. Oh my gosh. That
Boy, the world is not ready for that.
Yeah, see, and Lori even agrees. Lori says, and wearing the onesie.
Yeah. Hey, Kivia is learning how to crochet.
Welcome, Kivia.
Kivia, that's awesome.
Yeah.
If you want to learn how to crochet a circle, come see me on Tuesday. Bring your yarn and your hook.
There you
A
go. Yeah, you know
circle.
what, Kivia? Actually, yeah, Tuesday nights the Chiclet Club or whatever. It's
Yeah,
something
it's
like
the
that.
Chiclets, the Chiclet
Okay.
Club.
You need to go check it out because it's great for beginners. And she's already had, I think, 3 episodes so far,
Mhm.
and it's just building upon that. So I would highly suggest checking out those replays and then
fun.
starting to go to her weekly shows. I think that you'll learn a lot.
Yeah, we're learning a lot.
sure.
We're gonna learn how to make a basic circle this week and very simple stitch. They half double crochet
I
and
like that.
the easiest possible way ever to make a magic ring. Join
I
us.
love Magic Ring. Oh no.
Uh-oh, Mel's stuck. Mel
Oh,
is stuck. Lisa,
no.
that's so great. I'm so glad to hear it.
Julie, the club is good and I'm learning heaps. Yay! Okay.
That makes
okay,
me
I'm
feel
unstuck.
good.
I was wondering if the lights are the lights are still on. I thought maybe the lights had died. Okay, Stella's playing with it. She just grabbed it. She's like, "Oh, what's this?"
You know, Mel, I have that same necklace in my office, and the battery died like a year ago, and so I have it just like it's in front of like this little snowman. It's just a decoration, but it doesn't light up.
Well,
But
and that's fine.
our courier comes in every day, like 3 times a day, and brings me my mail and takes my mail and stuff. He's a very sweet guy. And he keeps looking at that and he's like, I got to bring a screwdriver. I got to bring a mini screwdriver so I can find out what size battery it is so we can go get a new battery. And I'm like, dude, listen, I got it at the Dollar Tree.
Exactly.
It's okay. We do not need to repair this thing.
Right? Oh my
He's
God.
fascinated with it. I'm like, oh my goodness. I've got to make him a hat for Christmas. That's my goal this week.
Oh,
So
Because he's such a nice guy, and I just want to do something sweet for him.
Nancy, so Julie may or may not do the magic knot at some point, but the magic knot,
I
there
will.
is an amazing video about magic knots and rolling the cheese on Ginger's Instagram.
Check it out. She's got a good one. And I think I did do the magic knot in something else, but I can't remember what.
Yeah. So I think you called it the Russian knot, did you, Ginger? Or was it the
it's the magic knot.
The magic knot's different than the Russian knot. Isn't the Russian knot where you run the needle through the strand?
Oh, see, no.
Is that the Russian join?
I thought it was a Russian knot when you do it like that.
I always call it the magic knot, but I could be wrong. Fiber Spider also does a really good tutorial on the magic knot too.
I thought the Russian knot and the magic knot were the same thing.
I think the Russian join is when you have your one strand on a needle, on an actual embroidery needle, and then you run it through, like you run it right up through the middle of the fibers on the other. But I'm not sure.
Oh, Russian join, I think
that's the Russian join.
Yeah, I thought those were the same thing. The Russian join and that, like what you're talking about, is called something else. But I could be so wrong.
I could too. And so many of our terminology is interchangeable. Like in knitting, the magic circle is completely different than the crochet magic circle or magic ring.
Yeah, so God only knows. God only knows.
Yeah.
You tie the little knots, you pull the yarn.
But I will say, frogging is the same no matter what you're doing.
That is true. A frog is a frog is a frog.
Ribbit, ribbit.
That's right. I will, since I learned the magic knot, and that is the only way that I in fact, in my mom's blanket that I'm making each time I go to a new skein, that is the only way I do it anymore. I do not do, you pull and you start and you have these hanging things that you have to weave in. Nope, magic knot.
Magic knot, especially with crochet, because the stitches are so big you can easily hide whatever little bump is there. So
yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. You can't, it doesn't ever even get felt at all.
Boy, guys, has my hair been sticking up like this the whole time? Probably.
I've been on the slideshow. I don't know. It could have been.
It looks really cute.
Sticking up all over the place.
It could have been. I don't know.
Rolling with Rover says, I'm scared. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
That's okay. We were reading the same thing. I'm scared of knitting because of frogging. So you guys would know more about that. All I know is I have the, the big hoops where you can knit do the round the thing, right? And it's a knit. And I've tried that, and I gave up on it because I kept dropping my stitches, and you have to go all the way back, and I couldn't figure out how you could just not go completely back on those things,
And the looms. Knitting, I understand what she's saying, because it is always my big fear too. It's hard to pick up your stitches when you take everything off your needle, but that's the way to do it. And you can run a safety line, but
I have no clue what you're talking about, but it sounds on there.
Well, so you've got all your stitches on your needle. You can take an embroidery thread in like a little, a smaller piece of yarn and run that through every so many rows, so that when you do back it up, you have all of those stitches still. They're like on this safety line.
That sounds so complex. Why don't you just crochet? It's all good.
I agree. That's one of the things that I love about crochet is you're always going to go back to one loop.
Yeah.
You're no matter how far back you go, you're always going to go back to that one loop. So
I agree. Okay.
I agree. And it's faster.
It just sounds so complex to me. So
And
I'm like,
crocheters have more fun.
Crocheters
I
do
They're
hear
more
that.
more fun.
fun.
Even more
Do
fun than
people wear
blocks.
this to knitting circles? No, they
No,
don't.
no,
Do they have ukuleles behind them? No, they
No.
don't.
no.
I don't know. Maybe they do. I'm just kidding.
Lefty Crochet says, if you knit tight enough, even if you lose a stitch, you can catch it before it starts dropping. Of course, most patterns assume that you are not a tight knitter. Well, I'm not, certainly not a tight knitter. The one time I've done like a cast on and then the first stitch in a knit, and that thing was such a hot mess. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was ugly.
Kathy says, I use a lifeline, usually with mercerized cotton. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, the safety line is good. My husband just came in and put a basket of clean laundry in front of me, and I don't know why, and then he left. I don't know, maybe someone stopped by and he didn't want our laundry in the living room.
Oh, gotcha.
I have no idea why. I'm just like, what's going on?
It's a passive aggressive way, but your husband.
No, he's not a passive aggressive guy at all. That's why I was like, it's been in the living room for 2 days. Why is it suddenly an issue?
Why is this an issue? Yep.
I knew it was there.
Mhm.
That's my job. See, he does the washing and drying and he brings everything up, and then I fold and put away. And that's been sitting in the living room for 2 days while I've been working on hats.
Yeah, well, hats are important.
He's probably like, she could be folding while she has her live. Could you see that, me folding underwear during my live?
That would be amazing.
That would be so great.
That would be a Yarn Hooker classic.
Actually, I just got a note.
Oh, what is it?
It says some family members are stopping in soon.
So he put it away. That makes sense.
Uh,
That makes sense. So you guys, it is 6:51, and we like to give everybody a little bit of time to go take a potty break before they go visit Veronica and team, the Yarny Fiber Sisters. I'm not sure what channel they're going to be at today, but I believe it. I can't remember all three. I know it's Veronica's channel, and then we have Butterfly Dreams, and what's the third channel? And Veronica's is
Melissa, right?
Who is it? Melissa. Yeah, it's Melissa. You're right, and I don't recall the name of her channel.
Right, I don't.
Veronica's is Crochet and Chefs, or Crochet Chefs and More, something like that. Anyway, if you're looking for a live show, that she's going to be live here shortly.
Yeah, and their lives are really good.
They are. They're very good. So and just do a search for the Yarny Fiber Sisters.
What she said. I would give more information, but I don't know. So
yeah. Because honestly, after we get off of here, we spend probably another 30 minutes to an hour chatting after, and then I turn off the computer. I disconnect.
Yeah, so, and I would say that we spend that 30 minutes like talking about what we're doing next week, but we don't. It's really just nonsense stuff.
We spend like 5 minutes talking about what we're doing in the future, and then because we use Instagram chat more for what we're doing in the future.
But Linda's helping us out here. Linda says Melissa Crochets with Love is where they are tonight. The other channel is called Steals the Show.
Yes, thank you.
And Melissa was here at the beginning, I believe.
Oh, was she?
Okay.
Yeah. I know that the other one is Butterfly Dreams. Is that the name of the other one?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I love her accent. She's got another one of those Southern accents I just love.
Hers is a Georgia accent.
She's got a Georgia accent.
Mm-hmm. And then even Alabama.
My accent isn't anything. It's just made up.
Well, wait a minute. And it's funny because I don't know if we were live when we had the accent conversation. Did we?
We were, because Ed said I did a good upstate New York accent.
Okay. Okay, good.
I better do a good upstate New York accent.
Right?
I'd be really sad if I couldn't do a upstate New York accent.
But anyway, you guys, I want to say thank you to each and every one of you for being here. If you enjoyed this live, please take a minute to go down below and hit the like button. It gets us out to more and more like-minded people. So we greatly, greatly appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed to each of us, please do so, because we do rotate this live show. Next time when we go live on the 8th, I believe we're going to be at Ginger's. So
Gingers.
we come back
Gingers.
on the 8th. We will be at Ginger's, and then after we're at Ginger's, we're gonna go to Julie's, and then back to me. So we do rotate.
And guess what it's going to be about?
What's it gonna be about, Ginger?
It'll be Happy New Year organizing.
Organizing
For the new year.
stuff. Yes. Woohoo!
And
Yeah, we should do exercising New Year's, you know.
Go ahead.
We could do like crochet exercises,
Oh, there
you know.
you go. Crochet exercise. I can do that.
And one.
Room,
And
right?
two.
How about
And
do-
three.
I'll just sit here and do butt clenches while I crochet.
Then you have to stretch your shoulders.
All right, we're digressing, and we really need to let everybody go. All right, you guys. I just pulled a Julie. All right, you
She
guys,
did.
everybody, thank you so much for being here today. I really, really appreciate it. Mwah,
Here.
mwah, mwah.
Merry Christmas.
Merry
Yes,
Christmas. Happy New Year. See you next year. Bye.
Okay, I gotta hit the button. Keep saying bye.
Bye.
Where's my button? I gotta find
Hit
it.
the button.
It's like Melanie already. Come on now.
Can only wave so much. I feel like the